Oh yeah, it's that time again. So, last time I got cut off while talking about the Abyss. So it only... Okay. Is it not obvious by now that I just love Abyss? I really do. When I first... Ooh. I'm so tempted to restart right now. We're not going to. We're not going to. Because I'm that kind of guy. So, you know, when I first got to Abyss, and this is just a small little rant about that, I was hesitant to even, you know, think about this level in a good, positive way at all. So it's only fitting that we pick up where we left off talking about, like, the criticism of it. So basically, as I was trying to say, like, I know I'm supposed to be talking specifically about Hanging Gardens, but you need the context of the wider Abyss as a whole, and how that— What?! I just hit the lag spike of all time. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we live. We live. Wait. What?! I have two! Holly, your game is broken. Your game, okay, well, now we can talk about this. Does that mean I get 2 perks? Wait, holy shit, I might have just broken the game. Okay, focus. So the wider issue with, you know, the Abyss as a whole, that, I see at least, is it's trying to do so many things at once that it can overload the player with information. So, game-wise, each game itself is a tutorial for the game. I mean, you don't think about it in that way, but think about Cuphead. Most of the bosses there teach you how to beat them while you're fighting them. It's not a very, like, straightforward process, and it doesn't say, hey, here's how you beat... You didn't see that. It doesn't say, hey, here's how you beat... Yeah, we're fucked. It doesn't say, hey, here's how to beat Goopy Legrand. It just shows you his moveset, and it shows you how to respond accordingly, and as you find better ways to respond to those, you know, various different attacks. I'm really trying to save this episode. As you respond to those various different attacks, the game is subtly reinforcing what you're supposed to do. So, when it comes to the Abyss, you're taught very different things, and sometimes even conflicting, which I find frustrating for a change as complex as this. We're about to see. We're about to see if I get 2 perks. No? Oh, should I have spaced it out? Whatever. I guess that rebalances the game. Well, yeah, so you're taught so many conflicting, like not directly, but just subtly. So, in the Abyss, you know, you're shown the face, you're shown, various different time-related mechanics here. Because while there is no flood, the face acts as the flood. The face is the new flood now. So, you're told, hey man, you need to go fast, kind of indirectly. However, a lot of the Abyss is unforgiving as shit. I mean, I managed to make it through, just then. But, like, could you imagine if any normal White Knuckle player got into that situation that I did? The episode would have been unsalvageable, and it would have been, like, 3 minutes long. So, it's a very big issue, that's a tale as old as time with, game balancing, and that's, like, trying to figure out how to communicate to your player, you know, proper things. Like, I feel like Face is on the right track, and I very much like the mechanics at play here, but it is very stressful to, you know, go, hey, you need to go fast, but also, hey, you can't fucking mess up. Like, what are we supposed to do here? What's the goal, Dark Machine? You know, it leads to that very stressful of a situation when you're taught those. Then there's another conflicting point, which is, you know, like, don't rely on your artifact because, like, artifacts have time limits, they're unreliable in some manner, and, you know, the meta that I use sometimes, if I don't like an artifact that I'm using, is I'll just sacrifice it to the altar to get that extra jump. However, you're also taught that most jumps aren't even possible without an artifact. Like, that's just a thing that the game reinforces very heavily. I wish I was lying. Yeah, no. It's not great. That's just a subtle thing on, like, a real systemic scale. Something that, you know, it's easy to get rid of if you know what you're trying to get rid of. But it's very hard to spot. Especially in a game like this where there's so many game mechanics and so many things to be taught. And that's another thing. See, the Abyss, and especially Hanging Gardens, tries to introduce many game mechanics at once, and it creates a sort of, like, sense of confusion, especially in new players who have just gotten to this point and have fought extensively to get where they are, and then are just, you know, basically shown that most of their efforts are minimal because what the fuck are some of these jumps, right? Like, they're mostly very long horizontal distances. Look at this. Your first instinct might be to go forward, but no, you could just do this. And the game doesn't really, you know, say that out loud, and I mean, that's kind of the purpose. White Knuckle never says that. You're supposed to discover this on your own. But if that is the more optimal way to progress without dying, why is it not more obvious? Why are you introducing these hanging ropes that could, you know, potentially kill a new player? If you haven't, like, made sure they know that there's paths like this forward. Oh, and then the worker blood bugs. Now, I mentioned this last time. How the hell is anyone supposed to know? I get that the antennae are red. I get that. I get the antennae are red. I get that that's the point, and you can grab onto stuff. But even with, I have, look, while I'm playing, I have highlighted grabbables on, or, highlighted climbable surfaces on. Why are they not even highlighted there? You're not giving the players any inkling as to how this is supposed to work. Not even like a lore-related thing, like there's these bugs that I've grabbed onto one day, or something like that. There's just nothing to telegraph this. And this is what also can create an intense sense of confusion in players, as you're introducing a new game mechanic that you haven't established in the slightest. Oh! Fuck! I fucked myself over. Oh. That's why you don't be indecisive. This one was a short one. Oh man, I didn't even get any of the other topics. I didn't even finish this one. Oh. So sorry to let you guys down. Oh man. You have to wait till tomorrow for when I can actually, you know, attempt this. I love you all. Mr. Dodo out.